John, here at the State Police Barracks, a forensic unit just completed their investigation into the vehicle they believe Nick Martin used to transport the body. Right now, they are trying to shorten the detour that they have going on at Interstate 80. For a long time, it was closed all the way from that 123 to the 133. I'm going to show you instant ice. We take this water here that's actually already starting to freeze on the top. When you pour it gently over the windshield, instantly turns to ice. Give you an idea about how much rain fell. Right here behind me is not a lake. This is actually the fairgrounds where the fire department normally hosts their carnival every year. 4 vehicles were involved in this crash. The driver of the pickup truck did die at the hospital. 2 workers from Anderson actually ran up to the scene and were able to help a father and a daughter get out of their car that was smashed up against the guardrails. This is a very quiet area. It's just outside of Brookville in Warsaw Township. Police say here meth was being made. Right now, we can confirm a CERT team has surrounded the home. We begin with breaking news out of Center County. The coroner confirms a 5-year-old boy has been hit by a truck in Spring Mills, Center County, and is dead. To have you in here bright and early, Leah. It is. Yes. It's good to be here. I'm running on adrenaline. I listened to some hip hop on my way in.
Did you?
I did. I did. I was actually Empire State of Mind came on.
JC.
I love that. Police were in a chase when their cruiser and the suspect's car were hit by a train. It all happened in Tyrone around 8 tonight. John and Carolyn, it's still a little bit cloudy here in Du Bois, but the rain has stopped, and as the rain started to slow down, more and more people are coming to the park for these awesome festivities. So I actually did bring my groundhog hat this year, but I don't even need it. Don't even need gloves. An unbelievable story out of Cambria County. A woman crashes her car, power lines fall, and it catches on fire, but not before a Good Samaritan pulls her to safety. I have generations of kids here with me that have been part of this parade and come down to watch it every single year. It's something the entire community gets excited about. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Leah Kirstein and we are starting the show with good news out of Ireland. Penn State football will have a happy trip home as they make their way across the pond with a win. I want to bring in a very special guest right here. And what is your little girl's name?
Madison.
And how old is she turning today?
1.
What made you decide to bring her here for Groundhog Day?
What an awesome way to celebrate your first birthday.
It was a sight dozens of people went down to see as crews worked to clear 27 freight cars that derailed from a track in Altoona yesterday, 10 of which were smashed. At this hour, all tracks are back open. This is the first time ever they've actually had to let people in the standing room only section a little bit early because the line was just all wrapped around the fair and everybody trying to do things like the pony rides or see the other shows was getting caught up in that crowd. Now, you know, why change a good thing? These are absolutely delicious and we will be enjoying them until that parade begins in about 50 minutes. A threat against Penn State was made earlier today. We have breaking news at this hour. State police say they have a 20-year-old suspect in custody. A sight this was to see. Pictures almost cannot do it justice. There were 20 tractor trailers at least involved in this crash, along with 10 commercial vehicles. Tractor trailers were on their sides, some completely smashed into the backs of others, and their cabs nearly unrecognizable. We're told one man was actually trapped in the tractor trailer part of his truck for 20 minutes as crews tried to make their way down the interstate to get the tools they needed to him. They were able to get him out. They said his legs were smashed. He also had a severe head injury. They're surprised he's alive.
It was hectic. I'm not gonna lie. There was trucks everywhere and people everywhere.
The truck drivers we spoke to stayed on scene to stay with their trucks and talk about insurance policies and also to see if they could help anything. They said seeing these firemen at work was absolutely amazing. They added that if it was not for them, that man would not have survived. And this did cause a lot of water rescues. I'm going to bring in Captain John Williams, who is from the Clearfield Fire Department. Ridgeway does not have a water rescue team, so they called in Clearfield, also Treasure Lake and Sandy Township. So, John, how many rescues do you think you had to do today?
We went on 3 separate missions. Sandy Lake went on a number as well, but overall we had 3 one at the True Value downtown and one at a residence on the other side of the river.
What's it like when you're coming up on a scene like this and there was tons of water to deal with on what would normally be a street?
It was actually surprising to see streets turned into swift water scenarios and to try and battle through alleyways where swift water was occurring.
Debris is all that's left after a tractor trailer hit into a tanker hauling propane on Interstate 80 in Jefferson County. The trailer of the rig caught fire on impact. Police are trying to figure out how the driver escaped this burning truck.
I actually spoke to a truck driver that was one of the first ones on scene. He advised me that he went to the door and could not get to it because it was too hot. He backed away from it. So at this point in time, I do not know who took him out of that truck.
Anybody walking away from this crash is very lucky.
Clark says it all started when, for some unknown reason, the tanker veered off the road and hit a water truck first. That truck and driver are okay. The tanker rolled. There's a huge indent in the road here that is a tire mark. It shows where the tanker first hit the road. The cab of the tanker then came off and landed right here. Crews say it finally came to a stop, but it was in the middle of the road, and that's when it got hit. The tank driver was all right. He was hauling 10,000 gallons of propane, and the tanker was sitting right next to the fire.
Pine Creek Fire Department initially got on scene, made an amazing attack on the fire before it spread any further. And with the propane tank sitting there, of course, that was everybody's concern was the danger associated with that.
If it did explode, it would have been felt all over Brookville Borough.
It would have been catastrophic. Up over the bank is actually where our 911 center is at, and the county jail. So that would have been an immediate factor, an immediate issue.
Crews moved the tanker to the side of the road so it could be emptied, then uprighted. They also emptied the tractor trailer so it could be towed. The road is expected to be open around 7 Tuesday night. In Pine Creek Township, Leah Kirstein, WTAJ News. 3 seconds left. The Cameron County Red Raiders were down by 2. Their rival opponents, the Ridgeway Alkers, were shooting a foul shot.
I just kind of rebounded the ball and just turned around and shot at it.
The ball launched 75 feet across the court.
I remember thinking the closer it got to the hoop, it has a chance.
Call it luck, skill, or a miracle. Senior forward number 2, Dylan Klingon, sank the shot.
I forgot what happened. I didn't even know what to say. I lost all memory of that shot.
It came back to him as the crowd goes wild, rushing the court.
It was a battle. They battled all 4 quarters. We just wanted a chance to win at the end of the game. We got our chance. Ball went in the hoop. Game over. Cameron County wins.
The final score, 44-43. It is the first time they beat Ridgeway in over 7 seasons.
This is the best moment in my coaching career so far. It was unbelievable.
Just a great feeling. I just didn't know I forgot what I did, like I said, and just kind of all shocked me.
For fun, Klingon stood in the same spot in the same gym and tried the shot again. Air ball, proving he was at the right place at the right time when he made it in Monday night. And he was assisted by his team in clinching the 1-point win. They shot 100% from the foul line.
So if we would have missed one of those foul shots, it could have been a different outcome.
And if Ridgeway would not have missed the 1-and-1, this miracle moment may never have happened.
It means a lot because I'm going to remember that for the rest of my life.